Guys, it's Miss Watts. Hopefully, once a week, I'll be able to just speak to you guys for a couple of minutes. I don't want to bore you for too long, but I will probably have a couple of things each week that I want to share with you. The first thing I want to talk to you guys about is how to get a hold of me. Yes, that's me with Taylor Swift. Be jealous. But I know some of you have been trying to get a hold of me. There are a couple of ways to get a hold of me. One, I'm in the cafeteria almost every single morning from 8 till about 8:25. The only reason I wouldn't be in there is if I'm absent or if I have a meeting. So if you need to see me in the mornings, I am in the cafeteria. You can always stop by the eSmall office. I cannot guarantee that I will be in there, but Miss Pizet, the amazing eSmall secretary, will be in there, and you can always leave me a message. Also, feel free to email me. I have my email address right there, denise.watts@knoxschools.org. And another way I didn't put on here that you can get a hold of me is you can message me in Canvas. I've had several students message me in Canvas before, so please feel free to do that as well. One thing I do want to go over is we've had a lot of tardies to not just school but to class. Do not wait until the warning bell rings to go to class. Unfortunately, we go to a school with lots and lots and lots of students, which means the hallways are really, really crowded and are hard to get around. So minimize your socializing time so that you are not tardy to class. Please know that if you are tardy to class, you will automatically be given a lunch detention by your teacher. I did want to go over just a few things as we start this sophomore year that you need to start thinking about. Some of these things you're going to think I'm crazy for even bringing up. But the first one is to start thinking about life after high school, whether you're wanting to go to college or not wanting to go to college. The decisions that you make right now, I know it doesn't seem like it, but they will start to impact those decisions and what you're able to do after high school. And the classes you take starting next semester and your junior and senior year will impact what you can do after high school as well. If you have questions about career or college or how to best prepare for what it is that you're wanting to do after high school, we have two amazing resources in the building. Miss Anderson is a career counselor, and Miss Bollinger is the guru of all things college application related. So those two amazing women are a great resource to have at your fingertips here in the building. You can always make an appointment with them. The next thing I want to ask you guys to do is please, please do not get behind in your classes. I know last year was a little bit of a shock to you guys, the block scheduling and how fast it went because it was new to you. Try to remember that if you get behind, you're behind a lot. That means come to class, don't be absent, do the work in class, and turn the work in. If you do those things, go to class, do the work, turn the work in, and study, you will be successful. So don't get behind in your classes and try to keep your grades up. Speaking of grades, if you are not aware, I'm sure your teachers have gone over the new grading scale with you, where it's a 10-point grading scale. So a 90 to a 100 is an A, an 80 to an 89 is a B, a 79 to a 70 is a C, and a 60 to a 69 is a D. So don't get behind in your classes because you do have a transcript now. You do have a GPA now. Some of you are going to have to make some things up from last year and bring that GPA up. And some of you just need to work hard to keep your GPA the way it is. The last thing I want to give you guys a tip about before I change slides is to start preparing for the ACT. I know that you may be watching this and you're thinking, well, I'm not going to college. I don't have to worry about the ACT, or I am going to college, but the ACT is really far away. It's not really that far away. And even if you're not planning on going to college, the ACT is required to graduate high school. So you will have to take the ACT. And even though you may not want to go to college right out of high school, you may want to in 4 or 5 years, and you'll be glad that you took the ACT and you did well on it. So start researching the ACT, looking to what you need to do to prepare for the ACT. Maybe start doing some online. There's tons of free resources out there. The more familiar you are with the ACT, the better you will perform. Last Friday night was so much fun. Oh, I'm sorry, it wasn't Friday night. Last Saturday night was so much fun when the football team had their first home football game. You guys were great. There was just a few reminders that I want to tell you guys about when you are attending athletic events here at Bearden, not just at football games, but at any sporting event at home or away. So when you are at these events, you cannot target individual players by name or number. So you cannot call a player out by their name. I don't care if you've known them since kindergarten. You cannot call them out by name or number. You are to cheer for the band during the halftime show. They've worked really hard to put together an amazing program. So make sure you are watching the Bearden Bulldog Marching Band. The other thing I didn't put on here is remember that you cannot use profanity and you cannot use the word sucks in the stands. And the last thing that we did see some underclassmen doing this last week was throwing powder. The throwing of powder is only reserved for the seniors. That is a senior privilege. So please do not throw powder if you are not a senior student. So all of my sophomores, you are not allowed to throw powder in the student section. That is all I have for this message. You can use the rest of your advisory as a study hall. I hope you guys have a great day.